From sunrise mimosas to fireworks on the water, your Disney day off might just be the highlight of your whole trip. Today, we're spilling our favorite ways to unwind, explore, and enjoy the magic. No parks required.
Ready for your fast pass to unforgettable adventures? Welcome to Talk Travel to Me. Featuring our Mickey Guru Travel Company expert travel advisors, this podcast will guide you in traveling with more ease, confidence, and a sprinkle of magic. Tune in for unique insights, insider info, tips, and personal travel stories that'll transform your journeys into exhilarating moments and lifelong memories. Fasten your seatbelt, grab your passport, let's embark, and let's talk travel.
Today, I'm joined by two of my favorite Disney experts, and honestly, two of the best people to talk to when it comes to slowing down and really enjoying your vacation. Sammie Fay and Daniell Sutton are both amazing travel agents with our team at Mickey Guru Travel Company, and they truly understand the art of a well-paced Disney trip. They help busy families make the most of their time without feeling like they need a vacation from their vacation. Sammie, Danielle, welcome to the show. Why don't you each take a minute to introduce yourselves and share a little bit about what you love most about helping clients plan Disney World vacations?
Hi, I'm Danielle. I've been in Guru for 3 years. I have one wonderful son. He's 4 years old. And my favorite thing to do for helping families is helping them find those little extras that they don't even know about for Disney World. Cool little getaways or places to take breaks during park days or even non-park days. I want to help you find all those secret gems.
Hey everybody, I'm Sammie. I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary as a guru. It's been a fun, wild ride so far this year. My favorite thing about helping clients planning Disney vacations is the food side. I'm such a foodie, and talking about mobile order or like if your kid's hangry, what to do, those types of things are my favorite.
Nice. And I'm Christy. I'm the host of this here podcast and owner of Mickey Guru Travel Company. My favorite thing is similar to Danielle's, which is just helping people uncover the magic. You see a lot of that stuff online where people are like, oh, you've got to this, you've got to that. And I love curating it so that people are getting a unique experience and giving them information that they have no idea. Like they didn't know when they came to me and they're like, what? How did you know that? I'm like, well, that's what spending almost every bit of your life income looks like when you go to Disney World all the time. So, all right, let's get started with rest day, best day. We want to talk about the benefits of taking a break from the parks, and let's start there. What are those benefits that you see from taking that time away from the park?
For me, I think you are actually getting more out of your vacation because you're already spending the money on the hotel. And you hear so often that, like, oh, well, I don't want to stay at the hotel. I spent money on tickets. You spent money on the hotel too. Utilize that pool, utilize that bar, utilize those drinks. Like, there's so much to do with these resorts. Like, even little type of excursion things where you do the mosaic at Coronado Springs. Like, there's so much that can be done at the resorts.
Exactly, exactly. To follow up on that, one of my favorite things is to quote Christy and say, I am a resort snob." And the reason I'm a resort snob is so many times people will tell me, "Well, you just sleep there." No, honey, I rest there. And resting for me means that I get to have an environment where I am relaxed. For me, that's Kidani Village, where I get to go and just look at cool creatures anytime I want and just walk these wonderful paths outside, take a bonfire at one night and do some marshmallow roasting. I love these hotels because they offer all these extra amenities as part of the cost, and you absolutely need to take advantage of those. And rest day does make for the best day because you don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle of getting to a ride where you could just go to a nice restaurant or sit in the lobby and listen to a piano player. It's wonderful.
You said that, Danielle, and I instantly got a little bit of goosebumps. I mean, you guys that listen to this podcast know I'm crazy, and you guys certainly know. But I immediately remember what it was like on my honeymoon, which was 25 years ago at the Wilderness Lodge. Like just sitting in that lobby, every single night we got hot chocolate and we sat in front of the Christmas tree because yes, we planned our wedding specifically to be at Disney during the holiday season. Yes.
Awesome.
But like that, just sitting there, we did that for hours. And we definitely didn't do parks every day. We were there for 15 nights. So like, yeah, I know it was crazy. But still the best trip I've ever taken, and we had so many rest days. But just sinking into those leather sofas in the lobby, listening to the music. Listen, I love to watch people. So like
Mhm.
on those rest days like that, that's one of my favorite things to do is watch people, and you immediately see like the newbies that have never been. You see the people that are like grouchy because they've been there too long and haven't had a rest day. So I definitely agree that like take advantage of the hotels. I definitely want to do more than sleep there for sure.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And I think too, as far as like the rest piece goes, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm at Disney. I got to be go, 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 go." When you're traveling with littles, and I speak from experience because my girls have gone multiple times. They're 11 and 5 now, and their little bodies are exhausted. And when your toddler is cranky, you will be cranky. And then it's like, I spent all this money to be crabby. I would rather be smart. And in our case, it was build in those rest days, let them have a pool day. Yes, they're in the sun and they're still burning all this energy, but they're more relaxed because there's a difference between swimming in a pool and standing in line.
Mm.
Their little bodies need that break. And mentally, as a mom, an overstimulated one at that, like I need that break too.
Absolutely. Taking Killian when he was 2.5, his rest day consisted of just sitting on the Skyliner and going round and round. And that was one of his best memories. And it cost us a stay at the resort because the Skyliner's part of it. We had stayed at Art and Animation, so the hub was right there. So it's just
Mhm.
he needed that break.
I feel like, yes, the littles need it, but I think we need it too. The idea when we
Absolutely.
go on vacation, like when you go to Disney, a lot of times you're setting an alarm in the morning because you want to get up and go, right? You don't want to miss rope drop, or you don't like you got somewhere to be. You made a breakfast reservation 2 months ago and now you've got to get up and go to it. When you don't have to do that, you can just sleep until you don't want to anymore. And then you can have a lazy morning, turn the TV on, let the kids watch cartoons, right? Like enjoy that and then figure out what you want to do. I like the idea of rest days without planning them ahead of time too. Like there's so
Hmm.
many options. Like just go. I had a client once, I swear, ladies, it was the funniest thing I've ever heard. The little girl was 3.5, and all she wanted to do was ride the elevators. No joke.
Oh, nice.
And they were at the Contemporary, and if you know,
Sweet
you
girl.
know, the elevator situation at the Contemporary is rough. But
For
they
real.
rode that thing. They sent me videos of her. It was like 2 hours. They just rode the elevators. And the
Chef
parents
baby.
were like, I'm glad we had a rest day because they're not wasting time. But, and then they went to the pool and stuff like that. But that little girl, I'm sure, still thinks about the day that all she got to, not all she got to do, but she got to just ride the elevator as many times as she wanted. Like, come on.
I mean, to your point
And
too about not planning it out, there's a lot of really good breakfast character dining experiences outside of the parks. And so, like for my family, we love the rest day standpoint because I'm not wasting my park time and missing out on rope drop because I'm going to Ohana's or because I'm going to Topolino's. I use those days to get that type of dining done because those are like necessities for my family. We always go to Topolino's and we always go to Ohana's.
Ohana. Heck yeah.
I discovered something that in over 100 trips that I have been on now that I have never done. And now, I have to do it because as soon as I realize that. But the character meal at the Four Seasons.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't know how it's not been on my radar, but I'm like, so you hop in a Lyft or an Uber and you just go over. You do need reservations, but like that seems like a great place. I did tour the Four Seasons
Mm.
once, um, and it's nice, but it doesn't have that real Disney magic, so it's not a place I would choose to stay. Even on my bougie butt at the Four Seasons sounds like it would be great. But going over there and taking advantage of that character meal, which is, I've heard is fantastic.
Maybe we'll make that a pit stop in November.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea. I feel like it's just there's so many things to do, and I know we talk about this amongst the gurus that even all the times that we've been, oh, I think that could be a fun little exercise to figure out how many times we've all like been together as a group. I wonder how high that is. That would be fun. Sorry, that squirrel. Um, but I think that like because there are so many things available for that exploration that you could go and do an entire vacation really and never even go to a theme park. But you guys tell me, what do you think as far as for your families or client families, if you're going for, let's say, 8 days, how many rest days would you like to do or recommend that others do?
8 days, I'd say at least two.
Yeah, I'm saying 3 or 4. We like to do the every other day
Nice.
scheme with our kids, and especially if my mom and stuff goes. My husband and I do a yearly trip to Disney without our kids. Don't judge me and don't come for me. But Disney is for adults too. It's not just for the children.
This
And
is a
we
safe
love the
space,
rest
Sammie.
days. I know, right? We love the rest days. So even when we go, we still built in a minimum of at least two. Sangria University is always on our list. Doing like Disney Springs, especially at the holidays, so we can Christmas tree hunt. Like there's so many different things you can do.
Absolutely. My husband and I like to go without our child as well, Sammie. So no one's
Perfect.
attacking you here for sure. Yeah, no, it was rest day. We did Disney and Universal without a rest day once, and it nearly killed us, and we were in our 20s. So I will
Mhm.
never, ever, ever do it without a rest day. So a minimum of one, but yeah, as many as you can fit in your day. It makes it feel more, not more like a vacation because it's definitely a vacation either way, but just more your pace because you have that break between the hustle and bustle, if that makes sense.
It helps you accommodate too. I'm very much I love to sit by a pool, and my husband's very much I want to go adventure. And so Disney's great, especially with the rest days, because I get the best of both worlds. I get to hang out with the mouse and stroll down Main Street with a coffee and go do all the rides. But then I get the luxury side of things where I get to lay in a cabana at one of the resorts or go to Typhoon Lagoon. I consider the water parks a rest day. A lot of people don't, but those are for us are rest days.
Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have picked that as a rest day activity. What makes it restful for you?
Because I'm lounging in a chair or a cabana. If you can let me just listen to water, I mean, you get to hear the crashing waves of Typhoon Lagoon wave pool, which is crazy. It's so relaxing to me. So anything that involves like beachy vibes to me just counts as a rest day.
Okay. I will say that the one time I have gone to Typhoon and got a cabana, I did it with Gina, one of our former agents, and her family, and I loved that. That was a luxury that I would love to do again. It was fantastic. And when that afternoon thunderstorm rolled through, that's a safe shelter. So we got to just sit there while everybody else is running and trying to like hide and get some shelter. We were just like, bye, bye, everybody. Like, it was fabulous.
We build the cabana into the budget. We've refused to do it, and I know it's going to sound like I'm bougie, and that's fine. We do not do Typhoon Lagoon without having that because for nap time, your stuff, you're not waiting in line for food. Like the rest day, I am resting. Somebody's waiting on me.
All right, guys, because this is such a popular topic and I knew my entire team of gurus were going to want to weigh in on it, I did ask them to share their favorites. And so we're going to drop that right now. So Hannah absolutely loves riding the Skyliner for fun. She likes to go to the Riviera for lunch at Primo Patio. Same, Hannah. Or getting a coffee at La Petite Cafe. Or over to the Caribbean beach for lunch and relaxing by the water. Amy Provencal likes to watch the fireworks from the Polynesian or the contemporary, depending on her mood. Love that too, Amy. James is into resort hopping. And interestingly enough, people often talk about doing a monorail bar crawl, but James is like, no, let's make it into a dessert crawl. James, when are we going? I love that idea. Lacey is a Disney Springs girly, but also suggested the boardwalk, which I have to say, I've always been really interested in taking in some time at the Atlantic Dance Hall. So maybe after desserts, we can meet over at the boardwalk and go dancing. And finally, Shalon says she enjoys taking a stroll around the Fort Wilderness Resort, especially during the holiday season. If you don't know what that's like, let me just tell you, during Halloween and Christmas, Fort Wilderness comes alive. So the idea of a non-park day where you might take the resort transportation over to Fort Wilderness and just take in those decorations, enjoy the displays that the guests have put together, such a phenomenal way to experience a little bit of extra magic especially at night. All right, ladies. So we've given a little bit of hints and, what kinds of things we consider to be fun on those rest days. But let's talk about more specific, what experiences, activities, and must-dos for those non-park days at Disney. Let's go.
Mine is resort hopping. It sounds so simple, but it's by far my favorite thing to do just because I love to see the resorts, different seasons, different times. They're always different. They always have something going on from live music to characters to delicious restaurants. I just you hop on a bus, a Skyliner, or even the boats. The boats don't really get a lot of love. Everyone kind of forgets about them, but they're lovely. Just ride on the water and go wherever you need to go. And a lot of these restaurants have viewings where you can see the parks for afternoon and late night showings of things like fireworks, and it's it's just such a nice experience to get to see what else Disney has to offer than just the parks.
Absolutely. I mentioned I'm a foodie before, but I also am that person that gets stuck scrolling on TikTok. So I keep seeing all the different trends. And so one of our favorite things to do is like my husband and I, as a rock, paper, scissors shoot, like who's picking what dinner, what appetizer, what drink, what dessert. And we do it through the monorail. So you have all sorts of different places to go. And that was how I discovered Narcoossee. I think that's how you say it. Oh my word, that key lime pie martini to die for. It is unreal. So is espresso martini. It's a little mascarpone foam on top.
Ooh, I've never stepped inside of Narcoossee's because I don't eat seafood and their food's a little frou-frou for me, but key lime, I am down for that.
It was awesome. And that was our drink stop. That was where we went for drinks. So I didn't have to buy
Very nice.
the expensive food.
Yeah. So I will say that one of my favorite things to do, speaking of bougie, I mean, I'm out. Like I'm out. Everybody knows this is how I roll. But the spa at the Grand Floridian, if you
Mhm.
like a spa, I will say, it's not, I would say it's not quite as great at the one at Grand Californian, but the physical spa at Grand Floridian is superior. Um, but I have gone in there and had a massage, and then there is like a whole area where if you remember to bring your bathing suit. So if you're listening to this and you like a spa, put it in your head now. Bring your bathing suit with you. They have little like a communal hot tub and a little plunge pool. So like you could stay there all day. And if you're bringing your kids and your family, you could be like, I don't know what happened. My appointment was at 10 a.m., but I know it's 5 and here I am rolling back to the hotel. I don't know. I got stuck in there. I couldn't get out. But that's one of my favorite things to do. They used to have spas at like Saratoga as well, but that never reopened after COVID. So right now it's only Grand Floridian. And even just
It's
thinking about it,
amazing.
I, uh, and I cannot remember the name of the therapist I have, but she's in my phone because when I go, I ask for her every time because she's that good. So,
Oh, I
Awesome.
love that place. The
mm,
robes.
mm-hmm.
I ended up getting one for Mother's Day. That was my gift, was a Grand Floridian robe. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's a great gift.
I love that.
I do love seasonally too being around the resorts. So like I know that the Christmas tree, a lot of people are always like, oh, it's just the monorail. It is not. Animal Kingdom Lodge has a gorgeous tree. You also have Wilderness Lodge has a great tree. Then you have all the gingerbread stuff at like the beach club and the boardwalk. And so seeing all that stuff, like I love tons of rest days around the holiday time because there's so much to discover.
Mhm.
And I feel like sometimes, like, we think even the bougie among us, we think about the deluxe resorts only, but you could stay at a value resort and still go enjoy almost all of the amenities at the other resorts. Personally, I love to visit the Grand Floridian, but I don't enjoy staying there. I know that sounds crazy, but
I'm
like
the same way.
yeah, like I would rather be at Port Orleans French Quarter because their Christmas decorations, I mean, Danielle basically lives in the bayou, so this is like, probably feels like home. But I love that they do such a good job with their decorations that the idea of just, and we often do this, we'll spend an entire day going from resort to resort just to see the decorations, to get photos and things like that.
I love that the transportation's free too, that like it doesn't matter what resort you're staying in. So I love the water taxis. Christy, I know you have a thing against Disney Springs. I love taking the water taxi from French Quarter all the way down there. It's such a nice ride. It's so relaxing. You just get to hang out and then you walk around, you take the boat back. I love the water taxis.
I will say, I don't mind Disney Springs when the weather is cool. I do think the Christmas decorations and stuff are fabulous and the tree trail and all of that. But in the heat, forget it. I would rather be at home, and that's saying something, than go to Disney Springs in the summer. But I do love those water taxis. And I actually, my favorite resort is Wilderness Lodge and the boat back and forth to the
Yes.
Magic Kingdom, especially first thing in the morning. Oh, it just hits. I love it.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, so we talked about Disney Springs. Have either of you ever done like the I don't know what you call it, I guess the drinking around Disney Springs?
Sold, done it. I do it every year at Christmas. It's
Okay.
so fun.
What's your favorite bar down there?
I love the Hangar Bar, but I am a sucker for chef arts. The moonshine stuff, it's so good. The strawberry lemonade one, to die for. So is the sweet tea one. Those are my faves.
Adding this to my list of things to do next time I go. Didn't know there was a Disney Springs drinking around. I've done Epcot,
Yes.
so yeah, definitely gotta do Disney Springs. And there's a
Well,
moonshine involved. Let's do it.
Hmm.
they have a holiday list of like these are the special places that have special holiday stuff going on. So Ryan and I always look at that first and we're like, okay, we try and do like an app and a drink at like each place. Again, don't worry, we're not drinking and driving. We're taking free transportation, so it's fantastic. So I don't have to worry about that either. But it's so fun. I'm a big fan of trying new things, so I get to see all the decorations. We do the tree hunt while we're at it. We make it's like a whole day experience.
Nice.
One of my favorite things is actually at Fort Wilderness, which my husband always laughs because he's like, "Oh my gosh, you go to like the most magical place on earth and go to a campground." But I love it, and I could spend an entire day there. So, like, especially with littles, like you guys have, right? Going and seeing the ponies. I love hoop-de-doo, and it's not something you're gonna do all the time because it's expensive. Danielle, you like that too?
I love the hoop-de-doo. Yes, I was gonna mention it. I didn't know if you were gonna talk about like the parades and stuff first in Fort Wilderness. I'm like, but go to the hoop-de-doo after because it's the best restaurant. It's the best. Okay, sorry.
No,
Love
no, it's
it.
fine. It's fun, and I think like you could really, especially during the holiday times, they decorate the guests that stay at the fort for Halloween time, which is basically August through October, the way that Disney celebrates it, and then Christmas time, the guests themselves go in and create like the most amazing elaborate displays um, at their own campsites. So you can go and just walk around. Years ago, they would let you rent a golf cart, but now you have to be staying there to get a golf cart, which, by the way, I definitely booked a golf cart for our November trip that we've turned from
Yay!
the Destiny into Destiny and Walt Disney World. Um,
Nice.
Whoopsies.
yeah,
Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
dang.
Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, like that kind of thing. And then, so I always do it in this order because I want the late hoop-de-doo because you get unlimited sangria, guys.
Yep.
And you're not going to drive a golf cart after you've had sangria, right? And that's, I mean, like you said, like it's one of those things that's you're not driving. So you don't want to get knocked down, like can't function kind of a situation, but you can have as much as you want or can handle because someone else is behind the wheel.
Hmm.
Don't be like the guy. You guys must remember this story from a few years back that there was a guy that went to Hoop to Do with his family. He drank so much, and then he got in his golf cart and he drove it right off the dock.
Stop it.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And he got banned. And now every time we go there, we talk about that because I'm like, listen, there's only one reason I'm divorcing my husband. He gets banned from
And that's
Disney.
it.
That's
It's
it.
over.
Bye.
It's
Cut the
over.
weight.
Right. I'm like, nope, but that's not how that works. But yeah, it's one of those really funny things that, well, funny, I shouldn't say it wasn't funny that it happened, but he was okay, thankfully. But they were like, you can't drive the golf cart intoxicated. What are you doing? So,
I'm surprised they don't have breathalyzers on them all now to start them.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's like a perfect day for me, especially during the holiday season, is just spend some time there, look at all of the horses, and you can do pony rides and horseback rides and stuff. I'm not into that,
The
but
carriage rides too. Those are so
yes.
cute. I love those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great playgrounds too. on a lot of
Yes.
the different resorts and things like that. That you can't go to the pools if you're not staying at the resort, but the playgrounds are always there. And Killian had a blast at oh, which one were we at? It was Kidani's. We went there before we went to dinner, and he was sliding, having a blast. Cost us nothing.
Yep.
Hmm.
Same thing with the boardwalk. You don't have to stay there to go walk on the boardwalk and see all the nighttime like activities going on. They have so much fun stuff happening from like mini circus acts, all the like mimes, all these different things, and the kids absolutely love it, and it costs you nothing.
Nothing. And you can get there from Skyliner because it goes to the backside of Epcot.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's a wonderful. I love the boardwalk. That's one of my goal resorts to stay at is the boardwalk because it's all right there.
Yeah. We s-
They al-
we go in 2 weeks. That's where we're staying.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That's awesome.
One of my favorite spots at the boardwalk, actually, for kids, is that green area that's like it's fake grass, which is great because I don't want to deal with the real grass anyway. But that's a great place to just let the kids run.
Run.
And like you're right, when you mentioned the playgrounds, it made me go back to my early childhood background because that's what I used to do. And the difference for their bodies and energy, like when they're going on to theme park rides, they're not really getting any of that out. They're standing, they're waiting, like all of that stuff. But allowing them just be like, half an hour even, you can get a coffee and just sit while they play on the playground. You do need to watch them, not advocating for not parenting your children, but it is an environment where they're most likely going to find other kids to play with. They're going to make a new friend there and they can just play and climb and jump and, get all of those muscle groups going is really a good thing for them and gives you a break too. So, I'm definitely a big fan of those playgrounds. And everyone is a little bit different.
Back to the pools because I should have mentioned this earlier. The cast members that are running the pool games for the children, they deserve a raise. I don't know what they get paid, but it's probably not enough because the magic that they create and the headache that they release from the parents because the kids aren't like, I'm bored. Come down the slide with me. Come do this with me in the pool because like, go away. Give me 5 minutes to lay in the sun. The second that they hear the microphone come out and them being like, all right, we're going to do a game. Poof, gone. All of them.
I will say the best part of the pool games for me is the trivia games. I have been with gurus at the pool at least twice, and we have kicked butt on the trivia games. Like, all the other
Beating
people are
third
like
graders.
staring. Right, exactly. Like, really should be less, excited about the fact that I can beat a third grader at trivia, but it worked. It was fun. We got the prizes. But yeah, I think that sometimes we forget those little activities that are happening because we're so busy going go, go, go. But there's so much happening, and they do give them prizes, and they do get to like meet other kids, and gives you a little bit of a break for sure. Which reminds
Uh,
me, I think you mentioned the campfires at all the
yes.
resorts too. Mm.
Yeah, they do campfires. You could roast marshmallows. They do movie nights. So there's almost always a movie night at most resorts of some sort. I do want to do a shout out to Nicole because she had mentioned there's a scavenger hunt where you can get a specialized button if you find, was it this little character? You have to ask the front desk what character's at this resort, and you have to go find the character. And if you take a picture with the character, eventually all of them add up to a special button that you get and stuff like that. It just, there's so many cool little things like that that you can just do and have fun and you don't have to just have a chill day.
On
Yeah,
rainy days, if it's your rest day too, there's still so much that you can do. We do the pin trading boards when it's raining on our rest day, and we go around to the different resorts. Again, I'm probably getting a coffee or a cocktail of some sort, and the kids are going and finding the pin trading boards and they're trading their pins. And again, that's not costing you anything because you already have the pins. So for them, it's like the excitement of like, ooh, what can I find at this one? And they get so excited to pin trade. So excited.
It's just
that
such a lovely tradition that's continued. It's been going on since the beginning. I love that people still keep it alive.
when you mentioned rainy day things, it reminded me of Allison was probably 9 or 10, and we were at the beach club, and it was a pouring rain day. No thunder or anything, but just like torrential downpours. And she was like, I want to go swimming. And I was like, yeah, why not? I didn't get my bathing suit on because I was like, I'm not going swimming, but I'll go and you can do that. I had my umbrella. Before the end of that escapade, I had jumped in the pool with my clothes on, and she still talks about that. Like,
Oh,
it's one of those simple
Right.
moments. Cost nothing. It was just Mom is crazy. Now, I did have my Fitbit tucked on my bra and it did get ruined, but so I guess it did cost me something, but that was my fault, not the universe's.
The memory was priceless.
Yeah, priceless. That's a core memory.
Have you guys ever done a fireworks cruise?
No.
Mm-mm.
So that is something I've done it at the Magic Kingdom for those fireworks. So it goes out into Seven Seas Lagoon and you get to watch from a pontoon boat and they give you snacks and drinks. Someone else drives it, thank goodness. But we got to watch the whole thing from there and they pipe the music in. That is my favorite like way to spend a little bit of money for fireworks. I like to watch from the hotels because I don't really love being in the middle of those crowds and then trying to get out at that time. But they have the fireworks cruises at Seven Seas Lagoon for Magic Kingdom, and they also have it over at Epcot. So I would highly recommend that at some point. It's even great for littles. Like it's such a nice way without it being really loud to be able to take in the fireworks. All right, we're going to call it there because I know we could get lost in this forever. But if you're listening and you're like, hey, they didn't mention my favorite thing, definitely hop over on Instagram. You'll find us at Talk Travel to Me Pod and tell us about your favorite non-park day activities. We're definitely all about that. For now, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Talk Travel to Me. I hope Sammie, Danielle, and I have inspired you to slow down and soak in some of the incredible magic that happens outside the theme parks. Non-park days are such an underrated part of a Walt Disney World vacation, and with a little planning, they can become some of your most memorable moments. If you love what you heard today, please be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And if you've got a friend planning a Disney trip, be sure to send this episode their way. Now, we're taking a little break for the month of August to rest, recharge, and work behind the scenes on creating some more great episodes for this podcast. Don't worry, we'll be back in September, I promise. We'll have brand new episodes filled with fresh travel tips, destination inspo, and plenty of pixie dust. Until then, keep dreaming, keep planning, and remember, your vacation should feel just as magical as the destination itself. See you real soon.
Thanks for listening to Talk Travel to Me. We hope this episode cracked open inspiration for the treasures that await you at your next dream destination. If you love the show, please review, subscribe, and share it with a friend. At Mickey Guru Travel Company, we're your trusted guides for theme parks, cruises, resorts, and more. Visit our website at mickey guru.com to learn more and book your vacation today.